Right, in same as so and we share all sports GHL YouTube latest sports stories for her. In say we need to come and have a conversation near here the echo. Biggie.
Kwaku
BBI find ye.
Nyame adom bibia boko kwaku.
Yeah. Fantastic. The interesting thing say premiership no e back. And that's what's excited about.
Sure.
Premiership, oh, they say in common be brain na because so Mr. Wadaroma, unyan subscribe because in your be package you know for the English Premiership for the adults be free in same be free na eba nyamia duma Liverpool for ABA pono no ano again o hwe show no na o nya kakra e de free be ma the betting tips a wom sene be ya so be nya kakra so e de ato ho what you say inti nya ho abotwe Sanse fiti nyamia in fact ochine kono de ensem bebre unim say big the last time at Liverpool lose opening game yes started premiership e wo fie say yes started premiership ankasa the last time omo lose ye first game 2012
okay any check
and I feel so obo fie say team bie ni wa enya say wa ko first game on lose chain Liverpool 12 times Brentford 4-5 Brentford year 4, I'm a bomb of year 5. Tottenham so 4. You know, permutations in favor Ibinum. Drew, I will have a conversation near Bonko when be brave, Eddie free. And the Premiership, no, you will move commentaries, kakra, you will move discussions right after the game, you will move kakra. Into lots of things, and you be and she leg you are looking forward to it, and
of course, league kwaku. Ekwa wi ya se na mema dodo na ama wi ase ayisula mo
ampo
league ne kwa wi ya na se asa ade bi afiri wo hu bi because weekend ni dura asa wo hu de wo ye banka league ho ma wo hwe wo matches no na nkofo ya yi so de kakra to so ni ediu na wo kasa na wo so dibi no woni je ti sa ade ni nyina ni ho ntina think the league na e ba na de be ma bi odi football achi bia na ni age se finally Premier League ni
asam no emema no se league no susu ni wono omutimi nya kwan ye omuniema weekend but ni nyina e balance si wa
what I say ni bi ho no ma league ni wo kra still na otimi ye
eni emum eni emum ba bi susu ho a na why occupied kakra so what I say but se be man kofu edi sika bebri unim se first game bia play bia no a wa hye mogos e chen mo sala
obo
first game 9 goals
okusa manan kasa
into Salah to score we don't say
enya bad
some say afi say them ye be man kofu edisika wo fie ha no
enya bad Mohammed
ye be live ye be your special program for bets there
okay
what I say no there special until set time no do ye be hye date ye the banner drew hona wow, we na we interested, no problem. But omo we interested in eba behwe. We saw live for a special program. Me so obo ha we interested that you can decide not to look. Say no obo ha on pesca because
omo interested in also.
You be soft for and especially maybe 24 hours before the games we'll be doing that. Yeah, permutations, possibility of scoring.
If you are Ghana and you are brand, you to Krum, how you interested? And
I said, no, Salah Crano, first now record Dukuta when Rooney say first game or Tashigo. Rooney now I say 8. Now Alan Shearer say 8, Jimmy Vardy 8, Lampard 8, but Omo Bobo currently the obien what to Salah.
Salah to score. We are not we know 2 ways. Train game. Boys any abreu.
Asamo biggie. Inti ebe ye nime bebre premiership on start there. O de penyifo so ye ka say engineer kran mu tutu kran na. And then no one no inti no. Among for me who say ye the former players no home. Legends e wo league ni mu no. Ombisa mo be bia Arsenal be di wo league ni mu. Oni Arsenal okay. For instance, ombisa Steven Gerrard say Arsenal be we league ni we di saying. Steven Gerrard say be we league na Arsenal lead second. Ray Ferdinand also na Arsenal lead second. Okay. Alan Shearer na Arsenal lead second. Walcott they also na Arsenal. Also Arsenal just saying, Arsenal lead third. Walcott too.
Former Arsenal player no.
Say munu na boy needing.
Oh, he's
and Jamie the force so fourth. Until Obienu waka Arsenal be the first. Na just second no mudi for them.
Kwaku second in komo ya ni say Arsenal dia to aso miensa nti we expect say enka this time around the Arsenal be di first me boa but me no mienu ya we say Arsenal di second mienu no our coach friend said Jurgen Klopp every Liverpool and slot about be take over. Nobody expected say Anslot the Liverpool Baba League. You mutu do na you feel say a faina or Baba build the team no. Now at least on also adding it there. Na ne there no de be ka ho no. Maybe after a year or two, near her to bet me Baba League ni bi. E de ama Liverpool bobo no a. Enti ye mu nipa do na ya dwen ye say. Enka Arsenal the second me no ne there. Ateta gaining that kind of experience in the Premier League. After someone miss out 2 times. It's the third time they become 24 class abosu mani me yakon imprensa. It's the third one now what the second you need the third one dey na nka pushi. No akwa first. But fortunately or unfortunately, Anslot now we new to the Premier League terrain. Anslot now omo English Premier League ni bi da. Anslot now offer a different league mu na eba na nipa ni mu gide no. Ono the Liverpool eba be di first be di league. Ema Ateta saba be di second. It's a nessa oh Ateta man why careful. Anything that last na me kate me Chelsea ball now bona. Me yam hihye me ma Arsenal. Because me feel say and sure na Chelsea form no say to me to also say second spot no. Chelsea bet me about be because first day I still feel Liverpool beje.
The last day of English Premiership. Me sure say ye bisa even Chelsea fans are on beja to say Arsenal better team eche omo. Anameboa.
Of course.
The last day.
Of course.
And a club World Cup na assassin narration, right? Okay. It says league, you know. It looks like nipa dodo na feel say Chelsea kra no ewo pole position to win the league than Arsenal. Is it true?
That is how I see it.
Wow. Any Arsenal problem?
Arsenal has a lot of work to do to convince some of us. Kokuna me feel say, and I say yes and na. Me feel say Arsenal biggest problem. The entire Arsenal and the league for the past 3 seasons. Barca'S an option to the centre back row and only a 1 and a 2 a proper number 9. So Becca last 2 seasons. Arsenal and me and the league in the fakasi pa. Na a free a yoma brante William Saliba Pride.
No correct.
Saliba Pride na omunya play or baba be sheho.
No correct.
No body am Arsenal. Into that central defense and as a Saliba ona Gabriel Magalhaes to honor a honor is solid. But in any of these players' absence, the Obeshemina a problem.
Yeah.
Ateta Felix Atokrono, he's brought in Christian Mosquera. Ababa be sheho. Fortunately for him, last season, time and injury bar a Gabriel Magalhaes afamano. Jakub Kivios also chairs obetimi aboa. It was our position no. And the Ateta has gotten 2 quality centre backs. I Kobase Praba and I say BBC are me affiliate in. Now, the number 9 position there Arsenal problem no. They have gotten Victor Gyökeres. And the number a proven number 9 in the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
Premier League do nyanye But Arsenal are fortunate say Abrante number bo England that only send in the Premier League. But in the championship none of numbers and was so. It is someone who knows the English terrain. It's adaptation, no. Maybe a Premier League no more bida. But any your problem because of Bobo Englander. And the problems me and for the past 3 seasons. And to be a 1 year league, no. What's solve ya? It's a Sauber league, no. But Arsenal quality, yes. But Chelsea collectively, Chelsea is playing to a pattern. I want to coach be actually.
Arsenal. Omu weak mentally, Anna, because I am adding this to this conversation. Say, and I know Tony Adams, Arsenal legend, what captain team need that.
Yeah.
Tony say, say Arsenal problem. No, Mikel Arteta on your boat, don't take decision. Problem beya or say Odegaard on your captain, Papa. Odegaard into me mentally as on ma only did team ni me but almost say Tony Adams yeah or more proper English guys now. Hey, chobo young cause I near Dano. Also, who that kind of leadership no Odegaard until Mikel Arteta should give the captaincy to Declan Rice because experience why you be there West Ham United. Even at Arsenal, he leads the Arsenal team from the midfield well than Martin Odegaard. Inti coach, players, but also one thing Arsenal should also look at the captaincy.
Kogu Adeba kono say enyemra. But in a lot of teams, it will be Arsenal. Almost awarded captaincy based on longevity.
Yeah.
a norm be a dahonom. Until Usha Odegaard, the years of service our Arsenal Bobo any ball now or bono because Odegaard is performing. That is for a fact. But Arabia, your name about community, be expected as a captain. By Tony Adams is a former player of Arsenal. Or both team in that. He's a former footballer. And the only name maybe will play obey me. And in seminar or can on Kaneke, ABA based on only observation. But maybe if you say Arsenal team in Ankasa collectively, and I was also working on the minds of the players, not Martin Odegaard. I had single out.
So now you're captain.
Kokuya,
it's mentally it's a team in a week. Also, yeah, day.
And your coach in also
the player, the captain leads the team from the pitch.
On the pitch. Yes. But there are coaches who also be from dressing room, any training grounds, and some players that be Gina Park and so. It is here Gina Park and so. Not on the pitch. Lead an engineer and a Juma ye. Not say the Soboni leader and Kwa. Many people because coach has a part to play. But also, make us say in terms of performance, ultimately can't say Martin Odegaard and performing.
Ono kra no man for criticizing say do big games or era captain or do big games or era ono kra ne number 10 no he does not give numbers. He's a number 10 Arsenal should look at.
Kwaku, honestly speaking, when we say it's a player a do big games or era I thought that I had hard drink kaka. But me one person I have many problem was hard no because football teams in Ketua also charges here. I remember in the past, a lot of people used to say, "Oh, Melo Lukaku nyadie, o she teams in Ketuankwa." But kwa teams akese na Premier League ni mo do ya saying. Etu dia sha akese na me mention Ketuankwa, ye be wie ni hwe de obey top scorer. And you know, there are times that games ni mu ya din a, o ye captain, o ye leader, o ye big boy, you have to stand up to the test. But you will be so on method a hu mo sa, and only Martin Odegaard dey na aka no. And is a Mikel Arteta tenase. No ni nim dem o feel say I was saying the leading the team no on the field. I mean, no problem. But Tony Adams, they are all canon. The observation from afar, and on they can be all canon. Well, but for Martin Odegaard's performance, they are and you're bad as a leader for us now. Akwadana some anything that make us say teams will be my captaincy based on longevity.
Say and now no baby Chelsea the incomo Jediama Enzo. But well, let's some of these things. But anyway, your first stories ni she Barcelona for so edge you many ni nyina say ope baby ya subscriber pa YouTube the whole sports industry no.
Yeah.
Barca kuta 23.8 million. FIFA and na a lady 23.6. You say Barca about be sign or more. Even NBA a popular pass so one of the sports a popular. Okuta 23 million. This is a Barcelona watra institutions in a cry. It say Barca fantastic. Numbers are Barcelona for kuta yepe. And Real Madrid for training. Coaches say boys no coach you my home. It's now expected to say about Madrid training near my course. They be on when training coaching someone John Mama Yami Aduma or China Ghana time be 8:30 and opa on be training. Inti eno be Franco Mastantuano the first training session. See on kwada Yami Aduma Ghana time or China opa or gidi. AS Roma afedi officially Biggie almost some Jadon Sancho loan plus obligation umetua 20 million pounds. Mate it say man you for no pay more kakra. Ombe ya ma Roma okay. It's Jadon Sancho no. Oh that's na ho Roma for aba AC Milan and Ramos Hoyland in air koni nim. Name Fulham for aba aba ho sisia. Fulham say babo enenko. Na on person so be fan loan on tina premiership the month Fulham say boy na dwen gidi ntia no so yegusu a ye hwe Eric Lamela football no o se we wabre Chelsea FOS front line jersey no enim ho no advertisement on say still no a da ho hwie na Riyadh Air so ne Chelsea ka so say Chelsea dey so meji 60 million. Omo do my 60 sa inti Riyadh for no gusu ani Chelsea for e negotiate ye se akona nimu ye pa inti ye hwe de no so e befitimi efi ho aba hwe bigi ena no ene ye ka se Real Madrid for atiem so mo ma Barcelona for nkobobo US woni me de esi
Debbie.
Okay. Angel Torres. Hetefe for president. Or say, chia. Say, Omon Penny. Never sang quite then. Uncle Bobo US. Or say, Semunu cry. Or so sad they're not Elcos Semunu. Or say, we will never allow it to happen. Or say, or feel say a manipulation. Say, clubs now, sorry. Sa basa mo bisa no ombe take advantage of pa na or say football no ye born home any away untimi ntam game baako say me kwaji sika debdebde or say omo so hetefe do omo anu tum omo ntia se nema Barcelona for kobo ne kobo china na we say the ntia omo yesan say basa for no omo the pressure to La Liga for some muntie clubs no yanko FIFA na FIFA for determine we say Barcelona ebo friendly match bia no a almost $5 million, €5 million.
Okay.
Inti bigi who sika betimi tuama kotoko. Say kotoko ne Barcelona mbo. And once watching the Barcelona be gen 5 million.
5 ne dia.
Or gen 5 obeba. What I say. Inti Ghana fo sika fo betimi aye bia na.
Oh yeah. Se kotoko sika fo bebre ono mo support kotoko.
Omo keka omo sika mbo mo fanya.
Sika fo bebre so omo support house.
Ma oh yes I wan hwe ni a the basic cry nya asam keto.
Sika ne bi wo unya duru stage bi ade aka ne je. Because me say me was scan this
because there is no way untimi break even scan untimi nti. No matter what say na obeji untimi.
Eno ti na me ka say etoda scan unya duru ba bi a.
Odeji odi keke.
Odeji wani. Minimum scan ni
Nigeria for no was asika but some crowns o muntimi fa basa ba.
Scan ni o si dan na obu agu. Otimi bugu o se plan nya ne fe. Wa be si foforo. But me a kamekwa akota asase wo ba bi foforo no ma si no because me niska. But scan ni no no si otimi be gina won shout plan no kura nya fe adama ko hu ba ko bi wa ha sei me je sa plan na ba oje ba no obu agu o se haya no pefie no obu anu na gu no asase no na si wo. This can only do stage bi a they can no dey ade awani beje it me say me what else can be a metimi atu just to have a feel of it
odi ato so say
yes imagine say me tu ska na me de Barcelona e baba ya na be bokotoko
pitch ben so
ye be pitch ni ye
okay wa obetu ya say
me ye bi ko na me tu €5 million a pitch na me nye
okay
me ye bibia just imagine
Matches. Okay, plane arrange every eno ni appearance
but no be urban nko
ni plane ni hotel ni nkofo de ombeba ne de no different cost kra
no ye kafoforo
ene ye kafoforo sa na ye
se me woska ma de we
se so yi be €7 million sa obetimi de aye
e de ni je beba kumase me ya mani baba be hebo kwa I am sure the people outside Ashanti region kra beba Ghana for be Barcelona supporters
but on say ba de ombeba e be o charge minimum crowd charge by 300 cedis. I mean, sure stadium meeting but just that unya we seek back.
Me cross me was ask na me nyem peska.
Okay. What did you do?
Just for the people to be happy. Anything I make us thought that unya schedule stage bia. O ye nyem bi ma wani je keke.
Matthias ye pa. Enti Barcelona de no. US de no mo kono menya 6 million. Enti ye profit. Enu enti no weni abre no.
Kokubasa de untimi blame me.
De akoye no but me fa last story bin count na fa shame na because Angel Torres, Papa na some na oka no. Ahwe bio na mama fa no so because Papa na say ono so play 16 on to me register. E wala lega. O say em say afi na mehu de ntia ne buefo so mpene no. Say we dwa la lega fo no. We dwa have ye tabas so say waka ne numu asam kire tabas sa tabas sister no ano. Me register play. Also say e ba be ball league. Into so de ahomete wa turn the player back e fa no Omar Adareti. What turn 28 or see the key player power turn it now Sunderland or say on cry say no see describe Sunderland or say I've sold my player to a small club in or say a small club in England or their home turn player na the ma Sunderland. Emma say into see what turn player or they are buying registration. Inti enu nti so nti asem abasa kobobo USB openyi kakra na makana kekane nyina bo na me Samsung radio.
Koku last time ye di Barcelona nkomo we make can say there are clubs in the Spanish La Liga omunya ya step na Madrid they taking in common be taking but because Barcelona is bigger than them almost through inti Madrid ade na oye there are other clubs almost share chira omuna ye omode so what I say they are extremely happy because omunya ya na nkomo na you but oye keto ndinu onia no ebia sorry to say Ebianka had taken this Madrid press release the bar on the kind of buy and an Madrid in for him my akwaku Me sure say nka man for class say bi obi di o matem.
Be a crave you.
Yes. But because Madrid they buy, you know, they've also found their voices. And then no more chance here no more and no more casa. And as some will be an all point. Barcelona only wants to do this because they need money. But other clubs into two few say Obia Susu Yeska and Koku say we trust Saboni to one my Ebedane Mraketoa. Because at the end we are wanka. Ebeka Kahetefe mono. Say we see a Kwaku, Omunina be sorry about say to see Yeska, be all complaining say over 16 players or on to register. Ebeka kono to be sorry about so person ko bɔ ne ball baby because onu to do Yeska. E do on ma be grant and answer one grant. Because why you be am Barcelona and what boss akwan ne dey e dey ato. E dey have yet Barca ne penny for international mo nwene ho. Na me feel say nko mo nya imanenka. Na Barca antina Spain now the woman ball. It is the Spanish La Liga. And yes Spanish US La Liga. There be. No more ma dey ho no ma na bibia to ntwa.
So omo say omo de niam e global say e bia na say Saudi Arabia kra na nkofo de omo niam e no omo so ko Super Cup so baby. Inte say we are na global.
That is what I'm saying say Koku say enka ode kode de anya problem o. Say you sikantira.
Yeah.
Aside no you are going for like let's say a rich or some sort of mileage.
Yeah.
But then again de bia say onu nu atia. Enya ade a won ko be benefit na onu ane be su.
Okay.
And until the last time I make example say imagine say you nyina ye co-tenant. Na wo sorry a wo say wo penyom. Etu hye wo dem a wo bia nyuma ma na si na wo ye de abra ade asa. Me nso so ade achi amekọ adwuma e bia wo off. But wo de ntimi na ma sorry ntem akọ adwuma. Eye wo dan na wa han o. But for the sake of humanity enti as I say wo giri wo nua ne ho sa ade achi a obe sorry akọ adwuma enti ni ti wo ye sa ade de no. It's whenever there is more than one person, baby, 2, 3, 4, you don't take decisions that benefit you don't have to be selfish.
Yeah.
It's Barcelona as a club. At this point, other clubs in the bonyoso, Ebianke benefit or discover but other clubs in the bonyoso and concerns now clubs in Euros, you know, are legitimate. It's had into Obianti now the Union Castle. It's as simple as that. Kwaku, Jadon Sancho. Sancho at this point, in whose kind of an answer of a sort to a boss, no making the best decision ever. Sancho got to that point. Sikana Chelsea Dema Sancho no Kwaku bad. Nanya bad. Around £130,000 a week.
Yeah.
Share.
Me nyesho so susu say Chelsea be walk it off sir. Em say na say last game no say no see ball no. Nti na me sure say oye gaga kakra.
Sancho called Chelsea. He had a very good start. But at a point and the chassis say but the Chelsea team and the technical handlers felt say based on our experience and the oba uyamaye hu ye ntino eye den ya be fa ye be ma time ye be ma another opportunity and omuni wudi sika ho nkomo. You get to that point in life enye bibia na yesika kogu enye bibia na yesika eto na wo ka asem wo ya nipa bi wo no ma omo nwene ho sorry to say o omo nwene ho nko akire because o feel say abrabo na ye bo no ni nyina yesika.
Yeah.
Madam for back radio station bi be pay no kogu wanko minim de ka no radio station this can na no de man na scared door so pa and another radio station ba be pay no station no be pay no sika na no de man no na emen yo mudi nkan ba first no but enu no choose here
okay
and okoye adwuma wo ho no today that radio station has given him another level de di kan ba na sika ne door so no manu si sumuna so agu
okay
omo koye adwuma wo no ndi afi ene obi ejaye and a radio station na de agu. It is not always about Sikana and Ne. Adibu was all hechana. Jadon Sancho, you were a good player. But for one or two reasons, Neymar performed the amount. When you Chelsea, a lifeline. Jinasa lifeline. So never bobo and get it back to the best of form. O form the San Barcelona. Sikana Chelsea de Mauneno. Obi the offer better in Chelsea Diano.
But he thinks Manchester United, Chelsea, Nene, or back from 1 to Roma level. And to add to it, Roma for say Sancho a delay omukwakufal Leon Bailey from Aston Villa.
Another good player.
Inti the Jadon Sancho when taking decision anywhere ya Roma for option for.
Of course, Kwaku. That is why I said Sancho Nankasa International. He is kind of
Assemble.
Because during the negotiations, our Chelsea, Sancho Mayehu said a Sikano Ope. Yes, at that time I said so. Only serious about the football career. Chelsea called Juventus no benina musika sem kuro ye bia. At the point of catch Manchester United say Sikana Manchester be generate so muti bi ma no. Juventus deal no so call form. But Kwaku, so we are fortunate. Now we num nyina sisi. Na say AS Roma buy say odi mirika na ukọ. Unu ma de go nti America sa. Club ba ko a enani coach. Eye coach a oye builder, e improve players we are supply AS Roma. Gianpiero Gasperini.
No correct.
Osha Jumo ye wa Atlanta. He stayed for 9 years. 9 years no. Players otetema Atlanta ton ye. Untimi nkan. Minim so obi a odi footballer chi bia be kan Duvan Zapata. Zapata became a striker, one of the best in the world. Atlanta because of coach friend said Gianpiero Gasperini. Ademola Lookman and Ney. Inter Milan e peno. African best footballer. Any idea? Ebraha Baranti and sa the performance na kwa BBO. Coach friend said Gianpiero Gasperini took him to Atlanta. And then the rest is history. Players be bring up papa na yo mo juma. Matteo Retegui last season. Yeah. No, you're top scorer in the Italian Serie A. Gianpiero Gasperini na ya Branti and ho adwuma. Oko fa na free the team was it Bologna. Na nipa bebre kwambo fi say nyo no the sefata so mo fa no because last season no there was a top scorer in Bologna and was a good chain. But no necessarily Branti na no be here no. Eventually o fa no. Wa be ya adwuma won ho ama na be top scorer in the Italian Serie A. She Tottenham central defender. Cristiano Romero. Onu na di Branti ne ba Atlanta. Ne hwe ball a obody ma Tottenham after leaving Atlanta. Etu oye coach a yentiti player there. Say player form ko form. Yenye ne ho adwuma na omra soro there. He's one of the best.
Interesting.
It is a Oko Borussia Dortmund. Na niema fama wo. E wo Dortmund. But anytime you obeba England bia niema nkonkan fama wo. Na say one opportunity, na team fufuro free to liba be pewa. Enye Dortmund there e no kre. So Dortmund eba sisi America Sancho so on Dortmund as the first choice. But so omone maye na team my friend say AS Roma ba based on the coach adwuma waye on certain players in T. So akwada ne person was sign get it back to Sancho na ye nim ne dia. Na nye sika na o pese sia na ball e na o pese o bo dia. Kwaku on choose AS Roma because coach Gianpiero Gasperini ebetimi aya akwada no adwuma ma na get it back to the best of form.
Me won say South African Rangers show interest. Ewo Taro Malasia mu. Man U for se kuta 3 million kra na betimi aton no de amount.
We dey don come.
Na Chelsea story if I am for Chelsea stories too be mo bako and na mehu or Chelsea supporters platforms so ankesefo no known ones no. So Chelsea pena mo pe sponsors e dey ato mo jesi anim no. Campaign for ni nyai. Na mo fa Club World Cup no nto. Ye wu miss ye wu
go for people
na sika na mpanyifo na ipe no supporters ni betua.
Wow. O any many supporters na yadwe.
Hwe ade a Chelsea ye ni ye be wu Ghana ye be wu ye be free wiase ade na mo yesa.
Many supporters na yadwe. Yeah. Yem hwe se bi akotokosi.
Club World Cup no FIFA for ntimi consider for ade foforo.
Abana sa. Koku yen hwe kotokosi. Na kotokofa abu senso si o modi abai. The engine for Abu Sensos naba to generate money for the club. Now ABA sponsorship deal be ba. Now Kotoko supporters and they say ye per se ye Kotoko supporters and ye official sponsors of Kotoko. And the ABA instead say Mobako just sponsorship A and I say B dia bano. Yen for Abu Sensos no Bosumi be a betria say. Na mom for supporters and yen din e be officially enya one name for the supporters. Na mom for anonim gu jesi nanim. Na we are saying nyina hu say yen sponsor your team na say supporter no onye bone. Chelsea ko fast sponsorship no because of sika. And a supporter na say jai sika no. Na mimi di sika na be ma na Club World Cup na wo.
E ya twetwe no mo twetwe na. E be de na wo omanya o makoji jiska 60 million pounds di ama team na afibia. Na anyways mo sa sika na Mama team nemfa onkoje sponsor for nam for scan fanche team no
e
na mo ha ya dwen sa
sponsor na so you were
yeah bre we the interest
and into na no na make us nke FIFA senka club world cup no de nkomo ntitu
and Madrid for onfa Champions League 15 from bo mani me e de ani
o de bi say ne kwan obi afa so gye na ni de nye obi asem wo Madrid now feel say o de also bro so 15 nye hwe ma wo but Chelsea feel say the club world cup back no ono de na ni gye ho o de be kire wi ase
4 years nyezo
ya bebre o na Manchester for crowd Adam ho ye mobo
edinyo say Chelsea for I've seen interesting statistics excites me here pa bi hwa de 2022-2023 season omunya 48 separate injuries 48 separate injuries no omu miss games 216 games via 48 injuries no okay 2023-2024 last season 43 separate injuries na say swat from 48 equal 43 we some may say 214 just last year 24 separate injuries into injuries no from 48 and equal 43 last year equal just 24 and one may say 102 instead of previous years now na 214 we just 102 into Chelsea say we make major progression with regard to injuries near they say and can we kai say maybe na Chelsea grandpa tamo no mu complaining injuries bebre de bia no be pra so the question is then they see medical staff na na say nnuane no mudi no and as a place na so ahwe musu because normally injuries there ya na people among for attribute to say doctors for no kwa but e be also so attitude lifestyle coach no kwa mo fa so train because edrum bi na man for criticize Graham Potter kwa mo fa so training players no Pochettino na man for criticize kwa mo fa so training players so mutrumi ka sa inti factors bebre but what we can say is say Chelsea injuries no say abafom
koku some good news every Chelsea supporter injuries are a part of football but supporter be any one man empire body say the player be pra because players in the fitter and almost see a kama who supporter when you when imagine say the kind of form at Chelsea are picking any ball at Chelsea boy na nyame mfasa ma season neighbor Chelsea na Chelsea key players manusi sumuna so ebia Moises Caicedo ebia Cole Palmer na players we akwa kopra menya sure say Chelsea supporter be any beje Manchester United said yes ko for mu na ebia season be start na Bruno Fernandes akopra menya sure say United supporter be any beje and the injuries they do e ka game ne ho no supporter be an wo hye mfa man team derby memiti we even an opponent team krampo and as an opponent player mpo me mompa say ompra because the players na fit akwaku and no krama game na there and a lot of factors and a kokofa injuries na deba na oka players no more exercise bro so obetimi apra tissues ni betimi aye worn out e betimi affect player no when enough rester e betimi affect no a lot of things and e betimi ama player akwa Inti medically, you have to get people that no matter share the trend of a injuries in a team no matter the root cause because injuries in a to no a part in being a nam ebia asemesi ne ha ne tire ne ya we ne ha ne tire ne ya we ha wo de beto to ho no na say injury ne ya say there say dey ne kokofa sa dey ne ba
obi say place na a pet 6 bebrebe no mutanya hamstrings
ebi no muka
especially position bi wo ho a wo ye player na wo ko training gidigidi bana wo bo DG a se wo ni DG
senka wo chirem yi a ana no go DG dem nim se do chenga bana senka wo chirem yi ana etifo na tiase yi goku
okay, what there, Mati?
Teaching me,
Ebia, Ujine Chiribibria.
As a stay now,
Master, Obi him the American.
Obi him.
We are play. Obi him. Oh, you player na. They be out the two Jeffy HD sad one. They affect say o hamstring no.
Okay.
What you say? Into no. I no say. Mutimi training be e wo park so a. Mutimi catch us okay. We there. Anadio mukwa. Obetimi have sex, but check the kind of style I will be born and for pressure to. With ties in the subebre, what I say, this is what I saw. What kind of crown? I don't know. What I say, so Babano or such training a crabiana, Niprana San Swaba. You I'm happy to say we are mentioning a lot of factors. Factors be bree and this sad and by players injuries there. But what's a yes significance upon say Chelsea for in fact it is good.
Yeah.
Say Iprano. Says a banner ever form. It is good. It is good. Yeah. Well, Mami Fancy, a best answer, baby, you, Eddie for Eddie Abro. Bye bye.